still plenty to go there. So keep an eye on that one.
Yep,
Well, we
definitely.
got this series here to worry about. We got Midas, Tremble, Behemoth, Wild Soul, the bands. Hellbringer, first picked in a Parasite. Swiftblade into Magnus, Lodestone now coming out. I know 2-0 likes them some Hellbringer, but first pick in it here. What do you think?
Oh, I think the hero is very first pickable at this point. I think it's could quite possibly be the strongest mid laner at this point. I don't want to say that because I think there's a lot of other good mid laners, but the hero most likely dominates its matchup, and once you get the Resto Stone, the hero is just insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know we've talked about this before. The idea of just seeing it more in that farming role, it just feels like the impact is so much stronger. So we'll see how 2-0 does run it in the end here, but almost prefer to run it ins more of that farmer once again. So
Yeah, and I think they've run it as support a couple times. I don't know if they've ever ran it mid, if I'm correct or not. I don't know if they've...
I feel that way too. So that's why I'm kind of a little unsure, but we'll see.
It is awkward though, because if they run a short lane Swiftblade, those heroes really don't combo well together.
Mm-hmm.
So it just seems a little odd, but we'll have to see where they put it. But BMG drafted 3 incredibly strong heroes.
Yeah, they did. They go with the Doctor once again.
Don't know if they should do that. They broke the game last time.
Some karma here, so no. Yeah, just a fluke right there, I'm sure. So, but yeah, it's kind of ironic how they end up going the same hero. Parasite Magnus again on top of that. So yeah, strong start indeed. And it is interesting how just seeing BMG now with Telesic here and how Parasite that they've picked up almost feels like most of their games that they've played here we happen to cast with them. And again, that's not a hero that they ran ever before this Telesic pickup here. So really just a change in mentality, a change in strategy. And it's been working so far. That's good news for them. The band's happening. Puppet Master, Warbeast, Torturer, Prisoner, Andromeda, and Riptide. Bands coming out here. Pretty aggressive hero bands in the end. Gank potential.
Yeah, definitely. And same with Riptide. I think it's kind of one of those mid heroes that dominate pretty much any matchup. So all pretty good bands there.
Yeah. Now fourth pick for 2-0 over here. Again, it really depends where they want to lane the Hellbringer in the end. Also Swiftblade for that matter. They definitely have ran carry Swiftblade themselves before, I want to say. So we'll see if he ends up in the Suicide but I mean they have Lodestone actually, so I guess that it could be a middle Swiftblade or Lodestone, I guess. So still not 100% guaranteed, but
still a lot of things they can do, which is kind of the good thing.
Yeah.
Gladiator.
Whew.
Huh.
You can go Gladiator too. So Peksu. Wonder if he's going to get it for that jungle, perhaps.
Yeah, and that hero combos very well with Lodestone as well. The ultis just, I think they're literally the same radius. So, I mean, if they hit him in the same spot, everything in there is just going to take so much damage.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually trying to double check that, and I can't see on the call to arms. It actually doesn't show up here. But, yeah, that's an interesting point, though, about it being the same area here. So, very good potential. And, of course, you throw Malphus on top of that. It's a lot of wombo combo here on the Legion side. The fourth pick for BMG, on the other hand, showing some interest in Moira, perhaps. I assume she's unbanned. Yep, she is still there, so could be a potential pickup for them if they would like. I think Moira would actually be pretty good here, too, simply to kind of counter that wombo combo potential.
Yeah,
The Arcane Vortex.
And it's just a strong hero to partner with Doctor. If you pretty much get Doctor in the ulti, he can jump out 9 out of 10 times without being caught by something. So I do agree. I think Moira would be a great hero to pick up here. And it sets up a lot of ganks for the hero they already have. The heroes they already have.
Yeah, speaking of that, too, like the great synergy with that idea as well as they do go the Moira is for saving teammates, especially ones with portal keys. The idea that they're taking some damage, can't get the portal key off, you throw an Arcane Vortex out, it's not actually going on cooldown. It actually will come off cooldown by the time they're out, and they can just use it instantly. So it's a very good tool for like a Magnus here, too, to help him get out.
especially if he gets caught for whatever reason.
Yeah. But now we get to find out where the Hellbringer is going to be with this final pick.
Yeah. I think they're going to end up supporting it. I think that's what's going to end up happening. I know they like to run it that way. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I think it's worked for them in the games they've played, in all honesty. I think they have won with it a couple times, so if it's not broken, don't fix it.
It's definitely a good mentality to have. Oh. Well, maybe not. There you go, the Voodoo Jester here. But I guess now it comes down to, are they going to jungle the Gladiator, or is he going to be in a lane? Like, will they instead run like a secondary support Hellbringer here? Is now kind of the next question. So still not even 100% sure where to see these lanes overall.
Yeah, it's going to be a matter of when they swap heroes. It looks like Cyrox might hold on to that Voodoo Jester. Yeah, and then if Pexu plays it, yeah, I believe it would be a second support.
So again, we'll see what when they're finished swapping. Obviously, not going to let BMG know just yet. Ooh, they go Arachna. They've actually been running a little bit of Arachna, has Bad Monkey Game, and I know that they've kind of been one of the teams that's, I feel like, realized the potential of this Arachna here. And they'll give it a shot once again.
Yeah, I've actually played it a couple times myself now, and I have a liking for the hero. Now, I don't want to say, like, I think it's the strongest carry in the game, but I think the hero does have a lot of potential with a lot of teams.
Yeah. And you see BMG here, too. They like to run it as more of the secondary carry option, the middle, the boxy playing it. I think they have ran it with Baltazar before, but I do feel like when they have picked it up, it seems like boxy does play it more for them, again, in that middle kind of role. It's something else, like the Puppet Master, he's also known to play in that middle. So, again, this is definitely a very BMG style right here. What is Fusen doing here? Jeez.
Fusen TP'd mid.
Yeah.
To place this ward, I hope it...
Interesting.
Okay. Don't know if I agree with that or not. I feel like... I don't know what that ward's going to accomplish. Because I feel... Okay. I was going to say, I think the 2-0 team might end up tri-laning, and it looks like that... Oh, are they tri-laning?
Yeah,
I don't know what...
Well, they're going to Gladiator aggressive jungle, maybe, against the Parasite? Would that be a thing? Yeah, that's interesting. Well, he got a buckler, so I assume he's going to end up in the jungle.
They both have bucklers, and I guess okay. So yeah. So aggressive jungle Gladiator.
Yeah.
Okay.
The new meta.
Huh. So he lane pulls when he does that, doesn't he?
I think that he usually would. Yeah. Well, I don't know actually.
I don't think he can jungle naturally level 1 without the help of creeps.
Yeah, that's true, because... Yeah, no, well, we're going to find out here. What he's gonna Okay, he is... It looks like he... Well, no, that wouldn't make sense.
I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe 2-0 has this hidden strategy that we've never seen before, and we're going to be excited to see.
Oh, yeah, I definitely am. I mean, just running aggressive in the first place, pretty cool to see. And, yeah, you mentioned the very early ward aside here from Fusen. Get some vision in the jungle. I wonder if that was with the intention that they expected Gladiator to be down here, but obviously that's not the case. So definitely some mind games coming out. They do leave Parasite aggressive, as he's now in the Legion jungle, so that's something too. And Gladiator, he's going to right now kind of sit nearby.
He's being seen right now, though, and Balthazar's being very smart about this. Yeah, definitely that minute, or as you like to call it, the poop. Can definitely see him over there. So he's being very safe, and he's even just pulling like a single stack to just get a little bit of farm on himself because he knows he can't show. He'll probably die just instantly.
Yeah. It's the electric turd, to clarify. It's not just the poop. I have some class, at least.
I know, Brick. Come on. I've watched you for all these years. I know your class.
So, yeah, we'll see how that kind of... I mean, it's by Gladiator. So I assume he's just trying to really leech experience here until level 2, maybe. And then go to the jungle? But, man, a Dr. Repulsor, where's he going? He just ported bottom.
So now they're going to abandon top lane, and they're going to pseudo quad lane bottom.
Oh, Magnus, I assume. Yeah, he is going to buy the TP.
Yeah, okay.
Come to the top. Yeah, this is definitely going to take a while to develop right here. We're still, even though we're in the laning phase for nearly 2 minutes now, it still just feels like I still don't know what's going on. Because Gladiator is still here. Again, he hits level 2 right here, so that's what I'm wondering. Is it like, okay, yeah, he's going to pour bottom now. Jeez.
Okay.
So,
I'm guessing 2-0 really wants this matchup.
Yeah.
That's the only way, and then they're just going to keep... Oh! Moira's in a lot of trouble.
Oh, this is going to end up in a kill. So these TPs actually pay off big time here for 2-0 when they did, and Busen goes down. Yeah, he had no reason to suspect that really at that time. He gets taken out. Magnus also in trouble? No.
Okay.
Wow,
okay. It's a very interesting game. Because now they have a free farming Swiftblade top, and if that was their original strategy, then they did it perfectly. And now they have this free farming Swiftblade top, and Doctor's gonna have a lot of trouble farming this lane.
Yeah, it's safe to say they're really. I think again, as you pointed out, that their objective is to keep Doctor Repulsor in check. So I guess Gladiator, which. You know, it's fine to see him as a secondary support, I think, but it's his item build is what really threw it off then. The Buckler just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, he could have went more of a stat build, and I was wondering, maybe they did originally have the plan to maybe jungle pull, but they kind of just changed and said, okay, we can shut down this Doctor if we play this right. And because it just seems odd to me that they want to run this... Oh, he's in trouble again.
Yes, he is. There's the pullback. The acid cocktail's going to bounce back to him. Moira. Oh, that's somewhat of a mistake. I know you're in the moment right there, but as a support, ideally you would have ran away, not allowing the cocktail to bounce, and try to give him a chance. He still might have been dead anyways, to be fair, but such a close call.
But it's still the thought, because it really, I think it was, it's only level 1 curse ground. He could have actually lived without that bounce hitting again. So mid lane.
One team trying to make something happen. Parasite, nope. They can't. Lodestone's a little too tanky here and too much life in the end. Doesn't want to dive the tower. So he's good for now. So how are these lanes? So how are things developing here? I mean, Hellbringer is doing fantastic down here. 400 gold per minute, actually.
Yeah, he's the farmer in this lane, which is... I don't disagree with, but like I said, once you get that Resto Stone, the hero is just so powerful. And it just seems odd that they're kind of... They could even late jungle pull if they wanted to at this point with the Gladiator. You know, just get him some farm.
Yeah.
Because it is important to get that hero level 6 and get all the benefits that he does have.
Yeah, it does again still feel pretty out of place, which is a big concern, as you pointed out. Really, getting a level 6 is very, very necessary here on this Gladiator, as that's ultimately why you pick him up. I think it's safe to say that Call to Arms is such a strong tool. So, this is just an illusion parasite. They realized that pretty quickly, so the acid cocktail kind of wasted there. Again, not a huge deal, but might as well try for it. Not realizing that initially. What I was going to say about the middle lane, though, BMG, their hope, their star so far is, no surprise, Boxy here on Arachna. He is doing great in this middle matchup. In fact, he's been dominating it. Wow. This has really been a 1 versus 1, I'm pretty sure. It's not like been a... I guess Parasite maybe has been poking in here a little bit, but...
Yeah.
He's dominated this.
It's kind of just the Arachna factor. The hero just does so well against melee, and... the way the lanes were set up, I don't know where Lodestone actually thought he was going to go. So he kind of just built for... tank mid.
Oh, maybe. Yep, here we go, the follow-up. There's the pullback. He does pop his Hardened Carapace here. You just see how much damage is mitigated as a result. Oh my god, he actually almost got away. That would have been huge. As Mora coming in as well to assist. But he does go down. And a good kill coming out for the Legion side. So, yeah, the roaming of Voodoo Jester Gladiator, I mean, honestly, on paper, too, like, that is a very dangerous roaming combination.
Yeah, basically, if they catch anyone with Showdown, they will kill them. But I noticed he just leveled his E on Gladiator, and I believe if they're going to run this like supportive-ish Gladiator, he should just put 2 into Showdown as well. It'll just help their ganks even more. It'll just be farther range and longer pullback time.
Yeah. Hellbringer, he's back to just free farming the bottom lane. Level 6 now. Obviously has a Blood Chalice, a Steam Boots here, so again, really a solid start. And I wonder what we should. You meant obviously Resto Stone is very important. Should he go like straight Resto Stone, or probably should see build up here first?
Yeah, I do like to see like the Grave Locket, maybe even a Sacrificial Stone. I do like a lot, but expect to be Resto to be kind of rushed, but not like not like right now into straight Resto.
Yeah.
He'll probably get some build up beforehand.
Speaking of Hellbringer, you know, there's Malphus, and one of the bigger quote-unquote counters to a Malphus is that Nullifier Blade, and maybe this has a little bit to do with this final pick, Arachna. She is kind of one of those natural Nullifier Blade heroes. You know, we were talking about the last game even. She's on that list, so.
Definitely. And this could be a kill on Arachna again.
The Shatterstorm. I don't know, though. Yeah, I was going to say that Hardened Carapace, it's only Gladiator and Shatterstorm Lodestone. It's not going to be enough. In fact, Lodestone is going to be turn the head smash, almost actually secured it. But Arachna a little too tanky. Again, Hardened Carapace is a strong ability. He's able to get it off right there.
And I think they should have just waited for Voodoo Jester here. But this also brings back the original point of, oh, Doctor might be in a little bit of trouble. Oh, okay. Brings back to the point of they maybe should have just jungle pulled the Gladiator late, because he would be level 6 at this point, and that would have been a kill pretty easily.
Yeah, very true. He's picking up some farm here in the middle, and in the meantime, he just hit level 5, in fact. So again, he is really, really, really behind on any kind of experience here. And yeah, it really does beg the question if 2-0 almost like expected something different from the lanes, and they kind of just feel like they had to do it how they did, or was this the intention? So, but getting in level 6, which, speaking of level 6, Malphus coming down, but again, that Hardened Carapace, man. It's like Arachna is just tanking up. I mean, she's got some decent items as well. There's a Lodestone follow-up right here, but Gladiator is going to fall. Now, Dr. Repulsor does get picked off. Arachna now is starting to drop. He doesn't have his Hardened Carapace anymore. He does have a Spider Sting. Oh, but he gets caught by the Fear, though, and that will secure it in the end. Double tap for STST playing the Lodestone. A little surprised he maybe didn't try for the Spider Sting there to give himself a little bit more of a chance, but didn't really matter in the end.
Yeah, the Malphus kind of just following him without Hardened Carapace being up. It does a lot of damage, so they're really escaping there was going to be pretty hard. But this Hellborn team needs to be a little bit careful. They're trying to force things when they don't have the proper items yet, and the Legion team naturally can just do things without having portal keys or really major items. So Hellborn just kind of needs to avoid at this point.
Yeah. See, 9.5 minutes in right now. Pretty even game somewhat according to the stats. A slight lead for 2-0 right here. So despite those 2 deaths, Arachna comes back to the middle lane and does have 2 kills to work with as well. Again, you see the items here. Interesting seeing a Soul Scream Ring and a Bracer on the same hero. That's what he does here.
I think he's just trying to bulk up. I wouldn't be too surprised if he went like Energizer almost into a Helm. He just wants to be tanky, because if he's tanky, he'll still do a lot of damage. The hero naturally does a lot of damage, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him go Helm, and I would almost be okay with it.
I want to say I think I've seen him go in Astrolabe before as well.
Yeah, I think he did do that once. I think I was watching that game once. Oh, bot lane.
Really?
Nice kill on a Swiftblade there. Voodoo Jester, will he be a victim as well? Doesn't look like it for now. You see Parasite just simply trying to run. That's a cocktail, though. That's big against the creep. He's forced to come out. He's going to dodge the pitfall at least. That's probably going to be a saving in the end. Unless Showdown brings him back. He's still good. So, makes his escape. Yeah, dodging the pitfall was the good way to get out of there.
Yeah, good for them to live, too. They didn't lose anyone there, right? Yeah, no, they didn't. Okay. So, yeah, just a good play. Get a kill and get out, especially killing their carry and Squirry.
Baltazar has kind of found a home here at the top lane again. He's been to the top, the bottom, the middle, and back to the top here, feels like. So he's got a little bit of room to work with. Swiftblade, he's actually gone down to the bottom lane now, and he's working on some decent farm here. Okay, yeah, he's still building the Abyssal Skull. I always hate that when you look to the left, just like he has an Abyssal Skull plus more. No, it's just the pattern there. And that's going to be finished here shortly, so... On the Abyssal Skull route, you got a tablet finish on Hellbringer coming out to him, so that's what he gets first.
Definitely a good build-up item, and it never hurts to get. So, especially against an Arachna, creating even a little bit of space can save you.
Wow, Maki has a portal key already.
Whoa.
Magnus.
Considering how this game has went, that is a very early portal key.
Yeah. Yeah, he's only 260 gold per minute, but he did go the Striders, and that's it, so.
Okay, yeah, he didn't get Chalice. And he is 1-0, so he hasn't died yet, and that's a really good sign for the Hellborn team.
Trying to make a kill happen right here with it. Him and Arachna going together. Bottom lane. Now it's not an easy target, but they're going to go for it. Parasite comes in as well. That makes it easy.
Wow.
Couldn't spin in time.
There is no surviving that.
Yeah. A little too much there. I didn't see Parasite there initially, but...
Arachna could get caught here.
Uh-oh. Well, he has that level 2 Hardy Carapace, so he can use it even though he's stunned. He's going to use it right here. Here comes the damage. The call to arms this time is going to connect again, though. I've said it before. I'll keep saying it because it happens. There goes the Malphus. It's going to be a kill in the end. So tanky, but not enough that time. Magnus, he also is going to fall. And when the ultimates come together, again, we know. That's what we're talking about with the lineup. It's a lot of high potential here. And they kind of show it off a little bit there to get a couple picks.
Yeah. Moira getting level 6 is very important at this point. They need to do whatever they can to get Moira 6, because that's going to help them a lot to survive this damage.
See, Arachna, Boxy was having such a fantastic start, and now the 3 deaths later. It's still doing all right, you know, 3 kills helping with that, but it's definitely not doing as well that it would have been liking, I'm sure, as the middle tower goes down on top of that. So a sequence of events there coming out for 2-0. There's the portal key purchase on STST. So now he has his own PK to give him the initiation now.
That's going to set up some really good fights for them at this point. They just kind of have to wait for the Hellbringer, the Gladiator ultis all to come up, and they can just go force a tower anywhere they want, even tier 2s if they really want to.
What do you think of the Nullstone choice on Baltazar here? And the Doctor.
Oh. I think he just fears the showdown from Gladiator, and they want to use it. They want something else to be used on him. But now they have this tablet on Hellbringer, and it's... I don't know if I agree with it at this point in time. I think maybe the all-in Hellflower build might have been even a little bit better, because at least he'd do some damage in a team fight. Really, with Nullstone, it doesn't offer enough to do that much damage.
They're going to find Parasite here. Oh, we got the creep at the last second, but it doesn't matter. There's still so much happening. And he does go down in the end. Well played there by the Legion side. That was a Veiled Rock yank, and actually it worked out very well, because you do see the Ward of Sight up here at that secondary tower, or the first tower even, behind it. They were not spotted because of the Veiled Rod, so good play on their part. Able to sneak in there and get the kill on a Parasite, who's been struggling. Deltic, 260 gold per minute. He only has a Neophytes book currently.
I want to say he bought his puzzle.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
Okay. I was going to say, that it did feel like it should be coming up. Okay, so.
Did he sell his Striders?
Wait, he did, didn't he? Yeah, he definitely had Striders there.
Okay, that has to be a level 2 puzzle then. What? Okay, okay.
But he had it still. Okay, that was weird.
Okay. All right, you're griefing me, Talk. You're griefing.
Yeah. All right. So yeah,
he does have level 1 puzzle.
That's good. Good to have here. I wonder, you know, going back to Arachna, we're talking about just naturally kind of being a nullifier hero, but again, he's going more of a support utility here first. Are we going to see him upgrade the Bracer, still do an Astrolabe? That could be possible, or will he try to maybe get that Nullifier Blade now? Sooner than later is kind of the question here, especially with Baltazar struggling. I mean, it goes back to what you're suggesting with going the Nullstone. I mean, as far as damage output goes, they are going to be a little weaker in the earlier game.
Yeah, and this makes me think they kind of want to farm a little bit. They want to kind of just give Balthazar the jungle, get him a couple items like he's doing right now. I think he just took tripled Ancients, his own Ancients. So, yeah, I mean, if he's going to farm a lot, then also it's not too bad. But I would have even said maybe even get a Grimoire. And if you're going to sit in the jungle like that and farm, it really amps your farming speed.
Yeah. A very powerful tool, but it's definitely not something we do see on a lot of doctors. They prefer the Icon, the Hellflowers. In this case, the Nullstone even, so Yeah, not many Grimoire pickups, but definitely a good enhancement tool.
Should start seeing it soon. Oh, Doctor's gonna see the Voodoo Jester right here.
He's going to go on Arachna, though, as the Shatterstorm Lodestone. Again, you see that damage that Hardened Carapace used. Lodestone is dropping. As Malphus comes down, though, and Arachna will be killed. Lodestone does end up falling. Can they take out Hellbringer as well? The pull in from Dr. Repulsor. Pitfall coming out. Going to save him initially. Not enough in the end. Arcane Vortex now. Going to stall further. Voodoo Jester, he's being chased back by Parasite. Swiftblade joins the party. And he just slices right through them. Doctor gets picked off. As now Parasite, he's going to try to hold his ground, which he is able to do initially. And is going to scare off both Swiftblade and Gladiator. So definitely a back and forth fight there. So we see...
I kind of have an interesting question because Shatterstorm says it takes away all the armor they have presently when he uses the ulti, right, and it pops. Mm-hmm. So does that mean if Arachna pops her W afterwards, she would still get that magic armor? Oh, Celtic just died to the Malphus.
Yeah, I was watching that. It took me a second to register what just happened right there.
That's the power of the Malphus.
Yeah, you cannot underestimate that. I think he kind of learned his lesson. Anyways, going back to your question, that's really curious because that's a really interesting idea because then there actually is some strategy around that. Then getting things like a Sackstone or just buff items, and then using it after the fact. I don't know.
Yeah, because it just seems like it'd be great. Like you think about it against a Lodestone, you'd want a Sackstone on your team. It would just give your whole team a little bit of armor, enough to not make everything true damage. So I have to look at Arachna the next time Lodestone does ulti, but that means it's also a timing thing because you also can't use it before the ulti goes off.
Yeah, that's where it's a little tough, I guess, because it would mitigate the initial, but I don't know. If that works, yeah, you could argue that it's probably best to save it. Magnus,
he's gonna die out of that.
He should be dead. Yeah. No chance there. The Cursed Ground was going to finish him anyways, I'm pretty sure, so. Secure it for them, and again, this really continues to just be a back-and-forth game, though. Hellbringer is the top farmer, 435, and that Resto Stone, it's coming.
Yeah, that's almost there. And that's going to cause a lot of issues for Hellborn. I mean, Celtic just died to a solo one, so 2 following him would just be a huge problem.
Yeah.
Dude, the Legion
did get an update. Apparently, Complexity did just take game number 2 officially over Mystery Gang. So they do split the series there. But yeah, Mystery Gang taking the first game at least. Feel good about that one, I'm sure. Gladiator, meanwhile, back to this one. So he gets easily picked off. Doctor assisting with Arachna. And to answer the question from earlier, I mean, Arachna is going the No-Fire Blade as he also avoids the Shatterstorm jump from Lodestone there. So good job by him. And there's the No-Fire Blade purchase. So, I mean, that's going to be really big to have, especially now with that Resto Stone coming out. Being able to instantly kill one will be huge.
Yeah, definitely. And they could even look to kind of an top lane.
Catch up here. Yeah, Hellbringer. Oh, what is he doing all the way up here by himself? That's a risky spot to be in, especially on a hero like Hellbringer. I mean, there's some heroes that can do that, maybe like a Lodestone or something like that, but Hellbringer doesn't really have an escape unless he wants to press Malphus out, but...
Yeah, he was a little far up there without any help from his team, and needs to be a little bit more careful about that. They did have a ward over there from Fusen, so I wonder if they just happened to see him walking in the river or something, and he was trying to juke. But yeah, as I was gonna say before that happened, I wouldn't even be surprised if Parasite picks up a second Nullfire. It's actually not the worst item in the world on Parasite, and getting rid of both Malphuses instantly would really help them in a team fight.
Yeah. Oh, that's fair. It's knowing that the Resto Stone is just around the corner. It almost would, again, it wouldn't negate the fact that Hellbringer's off to a great start here and going to have an earlier Resto Stone, but because as I go back to, I mean, I understand the logic behind killing them out, especially with how it works now. I mean, he does do a lot. Hell, we just saw Celtic die to it, thinking that he could fight against it. So, but the initial stun is still a big part of it. The huge, large radius, superior magic. I think it's only a second, but still, it sets up so much. In this case, the Lodestone, the Gladiator. So there is still the good reason that he has a Resto Stone. But yeah, getting that second no Fire Blade, I think, is a very valid argument here to kill the second one.
Yeah, And knowing Teltuk, it is in a different build, so it's quite possibly going to happen.
That's true. That's the possibilities there. The cooldown on No Fire Blade is it's only 14 seconds, so you do figure at the same time, he could kill the second one himself and
Yeah.
a little bit later on in the fight, but would allow it to still be up for that duration. Of course, so. Is that not No Fire Blade, but Puzzle Box. I'm wondering what level we're looking at that. He's in a creep now, but can't see it currently, so.
I'm going to assume at 22 minutes that's got to be a level 3 puzzle box. I think he just got it level 3. What's his GPM? Yeah, that should be a level 3 puzzle box, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. We'll go with that for now. Middle tower push. They lose their bottom one, but they are grouped up to push the secondary middle. However, they fall back actually very quickly. Right here, something kind of spooked them a little bit, it seems like. Okay, now they're going back in. Yeah, I guess they weren't sure if they were reporting back or not. They do see them, though, somewhere, and they figure, okay, let's commit to the tower kill now.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they want to go back and defend. They have Hellbringer to set up on this, so I wonder if they're going to TP back and try to defend, or if they want to just keep forcing.
Well, Resto Stone is still not finished just yet. Hellbringer, so I think they may want to at least finish that first.
Yeah, looks like they're just going to back off. They have 2 lanes pushing in. Definitely the right call to just back off and go farm the lanes.
Top lane, Doctor. Oh boy, he's going to be jump actually, Nullstone. He's going to get caught. Pulls back. They took off the Nullstone initially, I believe it was a head smash, but he got away before Malphus came out. Oh man, the Malphus timing. If he used it a half second earlier. Meanwhile, Squirry gets picked off at the bottom lane, so adding insult to injury right there. That's huge for BMG because they know some big ultimates are down now too.
Yeah, killing the carry of the other team, your carry surviving, and knowing they just used Malphus. And Shatterstorm, so there's a lot. Yeah, they just easily take the tier 2 tower, and if I was them, I would just go straight mid and get this tier 1 that they know is still up.
No, that's true, yeah. At least get that one, but they kind of fall back for now, but yeah, that's... Obviously, the timing will throw off 2-0 a little bit right here. And we do notice, Dr. Pulsar, talking about it, I mean, the Grimoire is actually coming. He goes the light brand here for now, and of course that's going to develop. So it comes after the Nullstone, but I think it's still worth it.
Yeah, I think that the item is super strong on the hero. It actually amps its farming speed and damage a lot. When you ludicrous speed with a Grimoire, it's just the damage is so high. And yeah, it's definitely a good farming tool, and it's a good fighting tool. So with that, though, he will need to go Shrunken next item, most likely.
Yeah. It's, it takes back to the Wretched Hag carry days of the Grimoire into the Shrunken Head. I mean, we knew from that it's usually when you get the Grimoire, I mean, I know they're different heroes, but still the idea that he should be able to get that Shrunken Head fairly quickly as a result of the Grimoire pickup as well, because again, it does flash farm him quite a bit. To get to that, Gladiator middle lane is going to push it out. He is level 2 ultimate now, so has that call to arms a second longer, as well as the damage it applies, and 10 seconds less on the cooldown, so nice upgrade overall to have for him and the team. As Arachna, she's got the Firebrand now, so she really is right-clicking pretty hard. I mean, a level 2 No Fire Blade, a Firebrand. I assume we're going to see a full Geometer's Bane, so she's going to be that turret in the background, ideally to sit in. The Spider Sting, I will say we haven't seen the Spider Sting impact a whole lot this game yet. He hasn't really been ganking with the Arachna as what you maybe usually like to see on the hero.
Yeah, I think he was more of in the mindset of, oh, my doctor's having issues, I need to get some farm just in case. But now at this point, he can actually start roaming a little bit. I'd almost like to see him finish a Shroud before he, I assume, go for the Geometer's Bane, but a Shroud would help him a lot. There's so many heroes that are solo killable on the other team, and if he gets a Shroud, he should start getting a lot of pickoffs just by himself. And that is the Resto Stone finished.
So there we go. So if you're this Legion side, knowing that you have the Resto Stone finished now, double ultimate, I mean, everything's up. Are you making a play, or are you fine kind of still grinding it out here?
At this point, they're even more on a clock, because they should see that Doctor's 17, Arachna 16, and they should see that they're down by a decent amount of experience at this point. So at this point, they need to really force a good fight, or because they're just going to lose in this farming game at this point.
Well, Voodoo Jester gonna. Does he have a ward? No, he doesn't have a ward, so he's just doing this trying to scout something out as far as a hero, but don't think that's going to necessarily happen. And we see the mini-map, unless they want to try to maybe get bottom here. Magnus, he's pretty far up. He just used Lava Surge, actually, but he has a Portal Key and a Storm Spirit, so that's not going to be an easy catch nonetheless. So they are just going to clear up the creep wave here. They are grouped up. Midas, or Moira, excuse me, is going to spot Voodoo Jester with the illusion and harass him a little bit. So they're keeping them occupied while Dr. Repulsor does continue to push the top lane. He went Striders, by the way. I don't know if we ever really pointed that out, but he said the Striders as well this whole time.
I think he was sick of TPing around the map everywhere.
Yeah.
Might as well get that. It helps a lot.
That post haste. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to actually see that next tier now that he has the Grimoire. But yeah, the Shrunken Head at the same time will be still pretty big to have for him. So see what he decides here.
I think he did see all 5 heroes bot, so yeah, okay. He's going to go push out top pretty hard. Everyone, and there's 2 heroes pushing out mid. They're pretty okay with letting this tier 2 go, especially if they can get this tier 1 mid. And Doctor gets some base damage, which looks like he already has.
There goes the secondary, but yeah, but here goes Doctor. He's putting a lot of pressure on the base tower. This is definitely a decision time for 2-0. They're going to go to the base for now. But, I mean, they're definitely going to lose their top tower, especially with Parasite now being here. Oh, eruption from Magnus in the meantime. He's going to go in. He gets the kill on a Voodoo Jester. Not a whole lot of follow-up, though, so I guess that was the intention. I mean, it works. It also delays them, and the Maiden Rack's going down at the top lane. TPs are coming in, but they may lose it first. It is going to go down. Malphus does come out, so at what cost here? Arachna and Dr. Pulsar on the run. Doctor gets out. Arachna on his grab. Parasite is here as well, remember. And down goes Hellbringer as well as Voodoo Jester, actually. They're also going to kill Lodestone. What a sequence of events right here for Bad Monkey Gaming. Absolutely dominating 2-0 in all aspects right there, really. And they clean up the top racks. Wow. I mean, was 2-0 just wrong to push now in hindsight, or?
In some way, yes. In some way, no. If Magnus didn't make that play, they should have outraced them there, and they would have got the full set of racks bottom, and it wouldn't have been too bad because they're behind anyways. So trading racks is never bad. So in that case, it would have been good, but Magnus made a really good play there to A, stop them from even pushing, and B, even got a kill out of it. So just really heads-up play there by Magnus to get that and trust his team to be able to get the rack stop.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked a little funky initially. I'm like, okay, well, he's kind of suiciding just to kill Voodoo Chester, but yeah, it really did make sense in the long run. I mean, he was definitely delaying them a long time there, and obviously we saw the end result. So, again, BMG having a very comfortable lead now. The Shrunken Head finished on Dr. Repulsor. Ice Brand picked up on Arachna, so he is going to go even the full Frost Skull down. Again, it's a little interesting seeing an item like an Ice Brand and a Frost Skull on Arachna, even though you can do it now. You know, but with the web shot, it's like you already have a slow.
Like, yeah, what's the point?
So what's the point? But, yeah, I guess he likes it here.
It definitely tanks him up. It definitely bulks him up to where he shouldn't die to the initial burst.
But why not get Symbol then? I mean.
Yeah, that's also, he could have went that as well. I'm just trying to figure. Yeah, I mean, Symbol definitely could have been the better option here. I'm trying to think what his logic is behind it, but I mean, other than the fact that he thinks that having a Frost level with the extra slow would be nice, and just the extra HP, but it's just awkward.
Unless well, okay, we do have a fight breaking out right here. Swiftblade, not really a fight. He kind of just goes in recklessly and trying to make a play. Scurry goes down right there. The Arcane Vortex, guess what? It stalls the initiation as it does. And Gladiator, he is going to end up falling. Lodestone, he goes down. They killed Conqueror on top of it. Token out Arachna, I was going to say. I think 2-0's at their end, and they found it here. So GG, well played. Arachna could have bought anything there, spell shards, and they would have still been more than fine. So that's the game, and that's the series, as BMG will do a 2-0 here, and that means they get the bonus point out of it. So they start with 3 points here in cycle number 5.